YouTubers, I'm Justin and today on Dash and Run, well, we're going to be having a look at this. Now this is the Ryobi One Plus cordless grass shear and shrubbery cutter. Now if you remember sometime back on my YouTube videos, you may have noticed that I did a review of a Zeta one which I own, and I've been very happy with this. But recently I thought I'd look for something with a bit more power and still lightweight, and I thought, well, I'll give the Ryobi one a go. So as you saw at the beginning of the video, I picked it up from Bunnings. And so basically in this video what we're going to do is an unboxing, have a bit of a look at this tool, and then I'll give you a bit of a comparison with the Zeta one too, to see if out of the two which is actually better to get. So let's see what we've got in the box and we'll go from there. So the first thing out the box is the manual, and this will cover the operation of the actual unit, and also comes with a warranty for the unit as well, so that you can get it replaced if it gets damaged. But that's the first thing out the box. Next out the box is the grass shears, and like the Zeta one has comes in its own packaging. It's got this little plastic thing to protect the blades, but it doesn't have the nice cover that the Zeta one had, which is a shame. But that's the next thing out the box. Next is the shears cutter, and this has got a rather nice hard sleeve to protect the blades, and is of a reasonable sized length. I'll put the actual length on the screen so you can see how long the actual shears are. And that's the next thing out of the box. And finally we've got the tool itself, and as you can see it's of a reasonable size. It seems quite nicely balanced. The battery goes in the back, as this is a skinless one, but you can buy one that comes with a battery. You've got your trigger here and a safety switch here, so that you have to push the two to operate it. And then this unscrews at the bottom, and this allows you to attach those two different blade mechanisms that I showed you earlier. As for size, it's not too much difference in size to the Zeta one, which I'll bring in. So I have the Zeta one here, and as you can see they're very similar in size, and the Zeta is similar in that you clip on the different mechanisms with a clipping mechanism, where this has a screw mechanism, and they feel about the same weight without the battery. So what we're going to do next is we're going to attach the two different blades, test this one out, and then I'll test this one out, and then I'll give you my final thoughts at the end of the video of which of these two I think are the better to get for cutting shrubs and also doing grass cuttings. So let's go and have a look at that now. Well, there you go. There's my quick unboxing and look at the Ryobi grass and shear cutter. And overall, it's pretty decent. And if you don't own one already, I can definitely recommend the Ryobi one. But if you're after one as well that's very similar and a little bit cheaper, the Zeta one is actually also very good. Some of the pluses for the Ryobi one is it's slightly more powerful, and the shears and cutter are quite a bit bigger. The shears are actually a little bit longer than the Zeta one, which helps for cutting slightly bigger shrubs and bushes, and the grass cutter is also a little bit bigger. Some of the things I like about the Zeta, I do like that the cover for the grass cutter is nice. It's got a proper plastic hard cover to protect it, where this just has a plastic sort of bag sort of thing, which isn't very good. But the shears have a nice hard plastic to protect the blades, where the Zeta one only has this very light, cheap, plasticky thing that slides on and off. So there's kind of pluses and minuses for both of them. If you were in the market and you didn't want to spend too much, I would go with the Zeta. If you want to spend a bit more, I would go with the Ryobi, because the Ryobi's a slightly better brand and a bit more powerful. So both of them will do a pretty good job of cutting your shrubs or cutting your hedges, and they both are quite light to handle with one hand. So overall, I could recommend either of these. They're both decent. Anyway, I'm Justin, and as always, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.